to do a little bit of public service broadcasting now, because poor Coleen and Ray, they feel the kind of magic is gone, and Coleen would like to experiment with dressing up, and so we got her a very sexy nurse's outfit from Holby City. Let's see Coleen Nolan.
Do it for him, wouldn't it?
Oh, I tell you what, you don't need a nurse's outfit.
Oh, I need oxygen.
But I tell you what, I would get rid of that sock mark around your ankle.
I was going to leave my pink stripy socks on, but I thought that would just be too much for me.
Oh dear, I wonder what Annabelle Croft thinks of the subject. Annabelle is here. Hi, Annabelle.
Can I just say I feel really, really unhealthy now sitting next to Annabelle?
I
know. Unhealthy.
That.
Did she
You're
look?
noticing how toned your arms were. Been at the gym.
Yeah, but Annabelle, but that one's broken.
Yeah. It's broken.
She hasn't got a spray tan on today.
No,
looking a bit drotty.
And of course you've got, you know what we've been talking about, and I know you're looking a bit nervous, but you've got
spicy, lots of sex.
That's what there is.
Oh, do you? Yeah, I've been listening.
Well, you'll be the only one of the five of us then. But how long have you been married?
It's 11 years this summer. Yes.
And you've got three children, and you're very regular, 8, 6 and 4.
Yes.
Which is very good.
At the same time every year.
So would you obviously lost a figure?
Yeah.
Gave it to me.
But would you agree with Sherry that you needed a bit of reinvention? Carol and I aren't convinced.
Well, I agree. No, it was Coleen that said it. When you've had kids, they are the best contraception ever because you are so knackered. And I mean, the thought of having sex after the first child, and when, you know, all the bits and things that go on when you're going through childbirth and everything, and it always amazes me how some women have come back and had babies within, I mean, my sister actually was one who had a baby 11 months afterwards.
Oh,
I just
thought, floor manager.
How on
floor manager
earth
over
could
there.
you do that? I just can't believe it. But you know, you are exhausted with children, and even to this day, my husband does get really cross with me because quite often I'm sort of sneaking off to the bedroom and sort of trying to leave him asleep on the sofa so I can sneak into bed and I get to sleep, just get to sleep quickly. But you know, but I don't think you should have to work at it. Actually, I really do believe that. I hear so many people saying, "Oh, you know, marriages really have to be worked." And well, actually, that's quite sad if you feel like that, because I think, you know, you should just be actually really comfortable in each other's company.
Yeah, but not too comfortable. That's the problem. People get too comfortable, so they stop making the effort. You know, it's like, oh, well, he's seen me looking absolutely horrendous, so it doesn't matter. I'll just wear my wincey at night in my very slippers. I'm sure Annabelle doesn't do that somehow.
Well, I've got one friend.
She does.
Well, I did have one friend who always used to joke about the fact she put a sort of post-it pad on her husband's forehead and she'd sort of be doing the shopping list while he was doing his...
Oh, no!
She did say that, but...
That's not a bad idea.
No. That's giving you ideas.
Time, doesn't it?
Saves time.
But it's all that thing about making an appointment for it. You know, you read that in magazines, you've got to make an appointment. So it's like Monday night, you know, after Coronation Street between 8 and what, 5 past? So, you know, it's so clinical, isn't it?
Actually, I do feel as if I have to make an appointment to actually speak to Mel because, you know, with 3 kids in the house, the noise level is extraordinary. And every time you try and start a conversation when he comes in from work, you've always got interruptions from the other, you know, 3 kids. So I think that is quite difficult. And I think actually it would be quite nice just to spend the odd weekend away. But of course, you always have great ambition.
Do you ever do that? Do you ever get a chance to do that?
Yeah, we really don't. And it's something we always talk about. And actually, if we think back to the times when we didn't have kids, you know, we always used to go off on lovely trips and spend a lot more time.
You see, that's exactly what I was saying.
And you do say you really look forward to him coming home at night, don't you?
Only so that I can crack open that bottle of wine. I'm actually gasping for it by the time he comes home.
I know what you mean, though.
And the wine.
But that turn of the key in the lock, it's like, oh,
yes, no, definitely. Yeah, no.
But you've certainly got loads of energy. I don't know what you're doing with it because you've been doing this programme for Sky One called Fear Factor, Celebrity Fear Factor.
Yes, gosh,
which
that was amazing.
is putting you through all sorts of very arduous kind of physical tests.
It was I have to say, I'm going to look back on this whole, that whole programme and probably think that might be the highlight of this year for me, because just to put yourself in the most extreme circumstances, and with 3 kids now, I'm not somebody who wants to tick all the boxes and sort of say, oh, you know, I really want to try everything out there that there is to try, because, you know, I just think, well, actually, I'd rather stay alive if possible.
Yeah.
But and I'm somebody who would never, ever bungee jump. I'll never parachute. I just wouldn't put myself in those situations.
Well, I'm so surprised to hear you say
Well,
that, because we're going to show
know.
a clip here which shows you doing something that I would say is much more terrifying than that. Here's Annabelle on Celebrity Fear Factor.
It was like, right, well, here we go. And the rush of wind in your face was just huge. I can't describe it. And there was a split second where I thought, I'm sure I can do this.
Come on, babe, you can do it. Come on.
Yes! Halfway through!
It was almost as if you went into a completely different zone and you forgot that you were 1,000 feet up in the air. It was weird.
Whoa! Weird, watching that back. I have to say, it was amazing. Even watching that now, you know, and can remember being up there and this rush of wind past your face. And I mean, it was one of those things. I'll never want to do it again, but the fact that I was put in that situation.
Could that have gone wrong? I mean, I always think when I see people do things on television, I sit there quite complacently and think, well, the insurance is too much. They would never allow anything to go wrong. But
well, they had a stunt crew of 80 that set the stunt up, so it was a massive production. And I looked at all these people around thinking, well, really, at the end of the day, all these people are there, but all I'm attached to is just with one lifeline, you know, by an O-ring.
safe, is it?
And it's only
like
an
an
aeroplane.
Well, exactly. I kept thinking, what happens if the fuel cut out or an engine failed or something, you know? But as a matter of fact, you know, it happened all so quickly. You're not told on that programme what you're going to do until they unveil it minutes before you do it. And that was almost worse. I think because we travelled, we were in Buenos Aires filming it, and we travelled 5 hours to get to this venue. And we were blindfolded at certain points, and we had no concept of what we were doing. And I was so terrified by the time we got to the field, because I thought they were going to make me bungee jump, and I said I really didn't want to bungee jump.
Fancy that, no.
And actually, when they unveiled wing walking, I thought, oh, well, actually, I think that might be a bit better, and I'll be OK.
Was that the first stunt you did? Or
It was the first one.
Because they get worse, don't they, in Fear Factor? I love Fear
They
Factor.
get a bit worse, but it was just an amazing experience, and I do think, well, life is about experiences, and it's something that, you know, I really actually did enjoy it. I won't do it again.
Well, especially it was a week that you were filming, weren't you? So, I mean, that's a kind of manageable
Yes,
length
it
of
was.
time.
Yeah, it was. And I have to say, Buenos Aires was absolutely stunning.
always
What
fancy
a
going
Well,
beautiful
no
country.
wonder you're not bothered about sex with all that excitement. No, don't have
Listen, we've
sex.
got lots of phone calls coming in on sex, I have to say. We've got Catherine from London. Hi there, Catherine.
Hello, Kath. Hi.
How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. How are you?
Very well, thank you. So, what do you think about sort of getting the magic back, Catherine?
Well, basically, me and my boyfriend, we've been living together for about 6 months, and about 3 months into us living together, I noticed a change in his attitude, and it kind of surfaced that he'd been having an affair with somebody else. Okay. And basically, he ended it with her, and we kind of worked things out. And the way we did it really is just kind of getting the romance back into it and getting the mystery back into our relationship. So we've just kind of been sort of dating again, really, kind of meeting up in sort of random bars, and I'd go and get ready at my friends, and he'd get ready at home, and just that kind of thing, really. And it's kind of put the magic back into the relationship, really.
So, Catherine, you don't need Colin's uniform when she's finished with it, then?
Certainly not. No, I'm quite happy with that good old-fashioned romance.
Oh,
Good place to keep your pen.
Good place to keep your pen. I'm glad that worked for you. Thanks for calling in, Catherine.
Okay, see ya.
Bye.
Bye.
Actually, they've got an email here from Rose from Inverness. It's kind of chilly up there. She said, I've been married for 20 years, and for the past 10 years, my husband and I only had sex once every 2 months. Only.
It's not bad.
Hyperactive, that is. 3 weeks ago, my husband and I were flicking through the channels of our son's TV and discovered text channels. And that was it. It's more like 20...
what?
Text channels.
Oh.
Sex channels. So it's more like 20 times a week now.
No. No one does it 20 times a week. Nobody.
I'd rather go wing walking. Wing walking.
Oh dear, well I think that's enough. Well, actually we got through that programme without, you know, getting pulled off the air talking about sex, which is amazing.
Lots of sex.
When's the series start on air?
18th of July.
18th of July. We'll be watching. Annabelle Croft, everyone.
Thank you.
If you'd like to join in the mayhem with us here, call the audience hotline. The number to call is 0871 220 9991. We'll be back on Monday, so will Kerry McFadden, we hope. Landlords beware, do not serve her a Dublin, whatever you do. Have a great weekend. Bye.
A quick look ahead to tonight. Emmerdale at 7, of course. I don't know how those brothers think they can get away with Paul's accident. Sadie's getting suspicious tonight. Then Scylla and Janice. The battle continues. What are you going to do next? Corrie at 7:30.